All right, here we are on Uncle Arthur's bedtime stories again. That means it's bedtime. Maybe. Maybe you just get to stay up later, or maybe you're on a trip and you just want a story. But anyway, whatever it is, if you are going to bed, it's going to be a wonderful sleep tonight. You're going to just be so glad you got that wonderful sleep. The name of this story is The Boy Who Said, Go On. So here's the picture that comes with it. Okay. The Boy Who Said, Go On. You've read the story about the boy who was saved by his dog. Now I must tell you about the cat who was saved by a boy. Well, this poor cat had got lost in London. Perhaps it was the noise or the crowds of people or the dozens and dozens of streets leading in all directions that had bewildered her. Anyway, she was lost. Thinking that perhaps if she were to cross the street she might find her way back home, she made a dive into the traffic, dodging here and there and doing her very best to get to the other side. But it was all too much for her. She felt as if she had become a mouse, and all these huge machines were chasing her, determined to kill her if possible. Oh dear, what a near thing that was. The wheel of a truck almost grazed her nose. Whew! A taxicab dashed past, nearly shaving off her whiskers. And here is the picture. See if I can see it. There we go. I'll catch on at how to do that. Okay, there we go. There's the truck. Nearly got her. Would she ever get across? Death seemed very near, and nobody seemed to care. She looked this way and that, not knowing whether to go forward or backward, and meanwhile she was sure another truck was coming straight toward her. Someone was shouting, "Get out of the way!" and someone else, "Mind that cat!" Then suddenly, when almost under the very wheels of the truck, a little ragged figure jumped toward her, picked her up in his strong arms, and leaped back in a flash onto the pavement. He was only a poor newspaper boy, but she felt she loved him very much for his great kindness. No one else had thought of helping her in her desperate need. He placed her gently on the pavement, and she purred contentedly at his feet. Here's this picture here on the next page. Just then a big gentleman came up to the boy. He looked as if he must be a lord, or at least a member of Parliament. "That was a very brave deed, my boy," he said. I would like you to give me your name and address, for you deserve a medal for this." "Go on," said the boy. "I really mean it," said the big gentleman. "Wouldn't you like a medal?" "Go on," repeated the lad. "Mother told us we had to be kind to animals and not to expect any reward." And with that the boy turned and bolted, leaving the big gentleman and the poor little pussy to stare at each other in surprise. I hope you have a really good night's sleep. I love you. I love you so much. Have a lovely night and wake up in the morning and give your mom and dad the biggest kiss ever. Good night.